Hi guys, thank you for stopping by. This is a different video today. I was recently talking to a friend who was telling me how she'll be feeling really good, but then she'll watch a bad story on the news or read an article online with some really graphic or violent images, and for the next few days she feels completely floored, full of despair and depression, because it's like she has this big weight on her shoulders, the weight of the world, and she feels so small and powerless. And that's a feeling that I can absolutely relate to, and I'm sure other people can relate to it as well. So I have always been a sensitive person. I cry really easily and I'm prone to anxiety. And every now and then it seems like the media and everything around me is just bombarding me with all these awful, terrible things that are happening all over the world. And it really gives you the impression that you can do absolutely nothing about it, which makes you feel even worse than you were already feeling. So we were chatting about, what can you do and is there anything that can be done? And I really do think that there is a lot that can be done. I've been working hard on myself for the last couple of months to protect my little bleeding heart so that I don't get depressed or don't feel despair and don't feel like I have so much responsibility. Because the truth is, you can't make other people change their actions, right? You can help and guide them towards it, but you're only responsible for your own actions and no one else's. So, if you have a bleeding heart, if you are easily affected by things you see on the news or in the media, here's what I suggest. First thing, you need to know your audience. I've learned very early on that some people, no matter how close they are to you, just want to push your buttons. They just want to provoke you, and some people just plain want to hurt you. That's it. That's all they want. That is their only goal in life, is to cause you a little bit of pain. If you give them that ammunition and wear your heart on your sleeve and say, here are all the issues that are sensitive and close to my heart, if you talk about these, I'm likely to cry. Well, they're gonna talk to you about those issues and they're gonna try to make you cry. So I know for me, I can't talk about things like animal welfare because it's too close to my heart, and talking to people who have an opposing view makes it really hard for me to have hope in humanity. It makes me really depressed and just sends me in a downward spiral. It sucks. So I've learned now to really carefully choose who I talk to. The people around you are hopefully people who care about your feelings and care about your well-being. So it doesn't matter that other people in your circle or in your friends group don't really think the way you do. It's okay for people to have different opinions. And as long as you're able to talk about it in a mature, respectful way, you should be fine. But just be wary. You know who those people are. Those people who just want to hurt you. They don't care about your well-being. They just want to push you and provoke you and push your buttons. So you need to know who those people are, and you need to know what your triggers are so that you can separate the two and you can have conversations with those people without it resulting in a fight or without it resulting in you secretly crying in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Second thing you need to do is be careful what you watch on the news and in the media. There's a ton of stuff that I don't watch anymore. There's a ton of people that I don't follow on Facebook anymore and other social media platforms, because I just don't want to see that and be reminded of it on a day-to-day basis. Now, there is an argument to be made about using shock value to inform the world, right? But I'm talking to people who are so sensitive, they already know what the issues are. It's already close to your heart. You already know what's going on. So you know that your emotional well-being is going to be negatively affected for like the next couple of days if you watch a terrible video or read a terrible news story. Don't do it. Being a martyr doesn't help anyone. I don't see how me feeling worse about myself in my day-to-day life makes me more productive to help a cause. It doesn't. I'm more productive and more helpful to the people around me when I'm feeling good about myself. So I say, dial down the amount of news and media that you consume, especially if you know that you're super sensitive and you won't be able to put a barrier between yourself and the news, and you'll take it personally and you're gonna bring it home with you and it's gonna be on your mind. You're gonna dream about it. You're gonna cry about it all the time. Like, that has happened to me so many times. So finally I said, enough is enough. The other thing that really helps if you know that you are a sensitive person is to start taking action. What becomes really hard when we get attuned with a cause is that we start to notice all the other things that the rest of the people around us are not doing. And all of a sudden it's like this huge mountain we'll never be able to climb, because how in the world are we supposed to change the way everyone else in the world thinks and behaves? You can't. You just can't. And it's not your job to. You're responsible for your own behavior and your own actions. So if you want to be a champion for a cause, you need to align your actions with your values. Make little changes in your day-to-day life. The added benefit of taking action is that it's also going to put you in contact with lots of other people who feel the same way as you do. So things like volunteering or donating, money, time, service, or fostering animals, adopting, shopping locally, eating organic, whatever it may be, recycling, whatever it may be, doing that kind of action will put you in relationships with other people who are also taking those actions. And it will help you shift your perspective from looking at all the things people are not doing and all the people who, aren't doing anything to help the planet. And you'll kind of shift to looking at the progress that we are doing every single day. There are so many people that are striving for change. So many people that want to make the world a better, more beautiful place, just like you do. So if you take things really personally, stop focusing on lack and focus on abundance. Focus on all the great work that people are doing all over the world. You can make the media your friend. You can go out there and look for the positive, happy, good ending stories whenever you need a boost. Finally, I think that if you have a bleeding heart or you're a really sensitive person, it's easy to get overwhelmed. So odds are you are likely the kind of person who feels anxiety from time to time or feels a big amount of overwhelmed. So you look at this big issue in the world and all of a sudden you feel so small and so powerless, and before you know it, you're overwhelmed, you're feeling anxiety, you're depressed, you can't cope properly, right? So before you let that spiral out of control, I like to ground myself and remind myself that I am tipping the scales towards good just by being who I am. So you have a lot more impact than you realize. Just by being who you are, taking action, being a happy, compassionate person who feels empathy for others, you're going to shine your light brighter than everyone else, and people will see it, they will notice it, and they will take note of it. You have a greater impact than you think you do, and you don't need to be jamming your philosophies down everyone else's throats. I hate those people, and it's tempting to become one of those people, I know. You want to be a model of good behavior instead of being a little police that goes around chasing people with bad behavior. That is the path to insanity, and that's the path to just depression. You're gonna lose faith in humanity real quick if you start doing that, because you'll start to notice all the ways people are falling really short. You can still be a super happy, healthy person, doing good in the world without being completely depressed and anxious and alone, because none of your friends want to hang out with you anymore. So anyway, I hope this helps in any way. It was a good therapy for me to get it out there. So if anything, thank you for listening to my little rant again. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe to my channel. Namaste.